It was a broken, record-breaking kind of year, with new levels of heat-trapping pollution surrounding the Earth, and as a result, new levels of disaster on it. 2020 brought too much water in some places, not enough in others. Swarms of locusts from Asia to Africa, and freakish heat waves in the Arctic. The American West burned at unprecedented rates, while blazes in Australia killed or displaced nearly 3 billion animals, and the Atlantic hurricane season brought so many storms they ran out of names.
This is where we're working disasters right now. So it's
Every
it's
dot
everywhere.
is a disaster.
Right.
In his 2 years running FEMA, Brock Long says he sent out more disaster dollars than all of his predecessors combined.
When I was in office, we literally had a new disaster or a wildfire every 3 days.
Now he says things will only get harder. And while burnt out first responders are doing their best, the old system cannot handle this new normal.
One, we have climate change, which obviously is going to increase the frequency and magnitude of disasters. But we have not done a good job in this country of building resilient infrastructure. We don't reward communities who are seriously considering mitigation tactics, passing stronger building codes, residential codes, or using smart land use planning. And the entire disaster declaration process needs to be rethought.
But wait, you say. COVID forced the world to park cars and shut factories. Didn't that help? Well, not so much. According to scientists, fossil fuel emissions only dropped 3 to 7%, and humanity is right back to burning carbon at pre-pandemic levels.
We should see this kind of 3 to 7% drops in the emissions on annual basis from now on to be successful in climate mitigation. And so far, unfortunately, many countries have plans to enhance their oil and gas and coal production during the coming years. And that's something that we should stop.
We can put millions of Americans to work modernizing water, transportation, and energy infrastructure to withstand the impacts of extreme weather.
After another year of denial and delay under Trump, Joe Biden won with a promise to rejoin the Paris Accords, and he filled his cabinet with climate hawks and environmental justice warriors.
We know that climate change can only be solved with participation of every department and of every community.
There are market forces behind them. As renewable energy booms, at least 36 oil and gas companies went bankrupt this year. There were less than 20,000 electric cars in the world a decade ago. Now there's over 7 million. So for every disaster, there are signs humanity is changing its ways. The question is how fast and by how much?
So many people wake up who care, who get it, who watch the hurricanes and the fires and say this is happening, but then they know they have to get in their car and go to work or get on an airplane, or maybe they have to burn fossil fuels to help put out those fires or save people. And they think, what can I do? I'm one person.
I've come to realize that the most important thing any person can do is to use their voice to advocate for change. Have a conversation about why climate change matters to us in the places where we live, affecting things we already care about, at our school, at our place of work or our business, at our church, at our university, with an elected official in our city or our state or our country. Using our voice to advocate for change, I believe, is the single most effective thing that we can do, because we need system-wide change, but systems are made up of people.
Happy New Stay safe. Bill Weir, CNN New York.